Hey, my name is Jeff with Balloon Suite, and today we're talking about hiring. Hiring is going to be one of the most important things you will ever do in your business as your business grows. And often, hiring, when your business is at a certain point in its life, it is clearly the biggest problem that you're facing. Bringing in team members that have enough capability, enough knowledge to be effective at a price that your business can support, a cost that your business can support on the pricing side. It's going to be your biggest challenge. It's probably going to be your biggest challenge as an owner many times through the cycle of your business. And so I just want to take a couple minutes and talk about this, because particularly if you're facing a hiring challenge and you're early in your business life cycle, you're just adding your first or second or third team member, hiring can be difficult. And so I want to talk about a few ways to find people. So that's number one, a few ways to find people. And I want to talk to you about success in bringing them into your team. And just kind of before we go all the way down that path, we're talking about hiring right now, but retention of your staff is critical. I need you to think ahead on how to, you work to create customers that love your creations and love the experience of working with your business. You need to do the same for your staff. So I need you to go think ahead about that. How are you going to retain the people that you bring in by giving them a great experience? Okay, but now let's go talk about finding those people and bringing them in. So ultimately, when you start your business, when you need to start hiring, a very common place to start in seeking people who can work in your business is the friends and family plan. Maybe literally they are your friends and family. Maybe you're asking your friends and family for who they know that would like a job doing what you do. That's kind of the first level, and you're going to have some people that occasionally they will know people who are looking for work as well, and they might be a good fit, and they might be fun to work with and all that. I started my business working with family, and it was a challenge. It was a challenge for a whole lot of ways. We're not going into that in this particular video, but if you're facing that problem, be sure to reach out. I'd love to help you with it. So you got this ability to find people in your network to start. Eventually, you're going to tap that out. And the question then becomes, where are you going to find candidates for your role? You need certain skills or inherent abilities from these people. You need them to be trustworthy. You probably want them to be kind and cheerful. You need them to be people who are willing to learn and take direction, right? There's these attributes of these people that you need for assembling Decor and for doing deliveries and things like that. So one of the best places you can go when you need to scale and get beyond that friends and family plan is to the paid online job boards. Now, there's a ton of different online job boards out there. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. Like the easier ones, the free ones are like going to a Facebook group. Like here in my particular city, we have one for the city, and people in the city in the immediate area, and you can just plop in there, hey, I'm hiring for a such and such. If you know anybody, please have them apply. Understand that that's kind of just one level above the friends and family plan. You kind of never know what you're going to get. You're not really advertising to a group of people looking for work. You're advertising to people who may know people who are looking for work. And so it's kind of not perfect. So then on the paid side, we have a lot of clients who've had success with both Craigslist ads for jobs and Indeed.com ads for jobs. Advertising to find an employee is a cost of doing business. And if this is the first time you're thinking about hiring, you're trying to keep expenses down in your business probably, these are completely reasonable expenses. Advertising to find an employee is a completely reasonable expense, just like taking the time to write down or go purchase a template for an employee handbook is a completely reasonable and important expense, right? Just like having a business attorney on your team already that you could call if something went down because something bad happened at work with one of your staff members. Right? These are all reasonable expenses. So don't back off from spending a little bit of money to attract the right candidate to your team. You need that person on your team to reach your goals. So there's a few ways to think about sourcing people to work on your team. Oh, one other I want to mention. Often college interns are a pretty good fit for a summer. If you have a high summer season, college interns can be a really good way to bring seasonal staff on. You can partner with a local community college, technical school, university, whatever it might be in your specific area. I don't know exactly where you are. You can partner with them. You can find their internship program or that tech school program that most aligns with what skills you need. You can contact them. You say, hey, I have an internship available for the summer. If you have, how can I get that in front of students? Do you already have an internship program? Do you have a job board? Like, what do I do to work on getting an intern out here? I find that a lot of decor business owners say that interns work really well from colleges, whereas recent college hires don't work out very well. So that's another source that you could go to. You could go to your local technical college, university, etc. Also realize that a lot of students in those programs don't just simply take summers off. So if you're looking for somebody any time of year, it's a completely legitimate path to go contact that internship coordinator or that career counseling aspect of the college, the university, the technical school, to get on their list any time of year. Here in the city I'm in, we have a technical school, and their programs don't work on a traditional, start in August or September, end in May. They go, it's a certain number of quarters, and it starts when you want to start and it ends when the program's over. And so those folks are taking breaks in their program kind of throughout the year. So consider that source of people as well. And then let's talk about one little peek into when you're hiring folks, like how do I actually go through the process of selecting someone? So the first thing that I like to do with everyone is, so potentially I've posted a job on Indeed, right? Now I have a bunch of candidates that have come in and I need to look through them and decide who I want to work with. The first thing I'm going to look for is, have you had a job that's anything like what I'm asking for? If you have, then I'm going to take a harder look at your resume. I also look for, if I don't have many of those candidates, I'll look at, do you have a job history that shows me that you have some of these attributes I need? Willing to learn, willing to work, trustworthy, cheerful, kind, that kind of thing. If I can see evidence of that in your job history, then I'll want to talk more. The next thing I like to do is a brief phone screen. 15 minutes is plenty for me to understand if you're here at Asset Lab and Balloon Suite, we hire for kind and cheerful and trustworthy, right? We can work on you can learn the technology, you can learn all these other things wherever we need you on the team. So that brief phone screen is going to tell me if you are a fit for that or not. The next step is to get them to do work. So I would recommend you have them come to your shop. You have them put hands on balloons, and you see what it's like to help them learn how to do it, and they get to see what it's like to be taught how to do it. You're going to know really, really quickly if this is somebody who isn't going to fit. If there's red flags there, they're going to be really, really obvious, right? So I encourage you to take a path on hiring. There's lots of paths you could go down, but review those resumes, find the evidence of the attributes you need, ask for a phone screen, ask for some stories around those attributes, see if you've got somebody who's in the right spot. If you do, have them come build a balloon column. Doesn't need to be a full thing, doesn't need to be going out to a client. Just get them in the shop, get them hands-on so you can work with them, and you'll know really, really quick if there's someone that you would want to have on your team. So there you go. There's some ideas on where to find candidates, some ideas on how to actually screen those candidates and decide who you're bringing in. Obviously, I was assuming you're bringing somebody into the shop to do fulfillment, but you might be hiring a general manager or a bookkeeper or many other things. If you have other problems, if this helps you solve this problem and you're now moving on to the next problem, we would love to help you solve the next biggest problem in your business. I hope you have a great day and it's full of balloons.